Warning: this video contains super awesome content not suitable for people who don't enjoy super awesomeness. Viewer discretion advised.
Hi, I'm Bradley with Blue Cord, and thanks for joining us today. If this is your first time here, welcome. We have lots of really awesome Ventrac videos, 100 and something of them, plus a bunch I haven't even had the time to edit yet. This is the winter. It's a slow time of the year for us, so hopefully I'll get some more opportunity to edit those. Now, I know a lot of you are wondering, okay, I had the discussion with my surgeon this morning. Really nice man. He's been doing this for a very long time. Talked through the procedure with us and some of the risks. And it looks like he's shooting for performing the surgery sometime shortly after New Year's. So that's not too long. I'm pretty happy with that. I don't really have much in the way of apprehensions. The procedure is necessary. And then pathology will take a look at some of the stuff that they remove. They'll see what those results are, and we'll have a better understanding of what steps need to be taken next. I also want to take this time to thank everyone who has reached out to me on social media and here on our YouTube channel. The response regarding my last video and the cancer diagnosis has just been overwhelming. And again, I want to thank you for even taking the time to let me know that you care. There's people's names that I never recognized, so I think they saw this as something pretty serious and wanted to take the time to say something, and I do appreciate it very much. So again, when I get more information regarding the operation and the outcome of that, I'll certainly let you know. So here, I have a question for you guys. As some of you know, I ordered a new attachment. Now it's got to be close to 3 months ago, almost 3 months, with the KJ520. And my dealer has had it in now for about, I'd say at least 6 weeks. It's been there. It's been sitting there. Beautiful brand new broom. And the actuator kit is an option, something that I ordered because I have all kinds of cool buttons and switches on my machine. I have every single option, electric and hydraulic wise, that you could have on this, plus some custom features, which are really awesome. But I have an attachment that I can't use, and it just sits, and I'm not upset about it. I'm not upset. I get it. The supply chain issue. Everybody wants to blame the pandemic. Anytime they don't want to do something, it's just blame the pandemic and it's cool. You can't question it. You know what? Whatever. I get it. So I have a new attachment that I can't use. The actuator, for whatever reason, is on back order, and I haven't been charged for it yet. I have not been charged for the attachment. they don't want to bill me until it's ready. Well, naturally, we're approaching the end of the year. And for any of you business owners out there, you know how important it is. If you're going to make a big purchase, make sure that it's done before the end of the calendar year, because you can write it off or depreciate it or both. So the new KJ520 retails for, I think, about $5,800, not including the actuator kit. And I'm not sure exactly how much that is. So we're probably looking at a good amount above $6,000 after taxes. And here in the great state of Pennsylvania, I think we're still at 6%. But my question to you is, since I have not been charged for this attachment, and I have no idea when it is that the actuator will come in, I'm sure that there's a line of people out there that would want a KJ520. Maybe there isn't. I don't know. A lot of contractors might. But I asked my wife this question. Now, we've recorded a lot of cool videos over the last couple of years, and one of the things that we've been missing, one of the things that I've really been wanting, is an updated drone. And to get a really good drone today is not cheap. And somebody's calling me. Hang on one second. Let's see who this is. It's the Wilmington VA Medical Center. They're the ones going to be performing my surgery. Hang on one second. This is Bradley. Yes. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, it was the VA Medical Center in Wilmington. Just following up with the appointment I had with the surgeon. So again, I don't know anything yet. I don't even know when the exact date will be. I do know that the surgeon prefers to be on Friday, and my wife also prefers that it be on a Friday because she wants to take me down there and bring me back. So Fridays work best for her. Fridays work best for him. Sometime after New Year's. That's all I know. And also regarding pathology, I don't know anything about that either until they can actually analyze some of the stuff that they're going to be taking out of me. So, I'm sorry. Back to the whole drone thing. Okay. To get a really good quality cinematic drone is not cheap. And I don't ever buy cheap. I always do a lot of research. Even if I'm buying a small $5 thing, I'm doing my research to make sure that $5 is going to go to buying something quality that's going to last, instead of something that's going to break and then I got to buy it again. So I research everything. So there are a couple of really good drones out there, and now, you know, there's some mainstream ones and there's some ones that are not nearly as well known, and they don't have as much product and software support either. So what I was looking at, and I saved it on our Amazon Prime account, and I got a story about that too, our Amazon account. You're going to love this. I got to make this video last a few minutes, and you're going to get a kick out of this, so hold on. I'll try not to get too far sidetracked. But the drone that I had saved was the DJI Mavic Pro 2, the cinematic version with some extra stuff. And I think that was retailing at the time I had saved it in our Amazon account. It was retailing for about $2,600 and change. It's not cheap. You know, but, you know, I do believe in paying for quality, and it is a good brand and with good support. So I go in there to take a look at it again, and on Amazon, the same link, I saved it in my browser. The same exact drone, the same everything, goes from $2,600 and change to $3,999.99. And I've noticed this strategy before with Amazon. I challenge you to save something in your favorites, even if you don't really want to buy it, but something that you're interested in. Come back and check on it again in a few weeks, couple months time, especially right now around the holidays, where they know that people have to spend the money on that thing that they want, or that their friend wants, or their family wants. So how can you justify having the same product that you're willing to sell for $2,600 to mark it up to $4,000? I noticed this with some of the other things too that we buy for our family business. We use Amazon a lot. And we buy things ahead of time. And again, everything we buy for the business, we can write off. And it comes right out of the business account, and it's very easy to keep track of. You know, some of the boots that I use, some of the clothing that I have, and some of the other, if you want to say, wear items that I would replace regularly. We noticed a dramatic increase in price during this last year and a half. Just something I've noticed. You know, what in the world happened? It's a lot more than the crazy inflation right now. There's a lot more going on than that. It's people are just charging more money because people are willing to spend it. And hey, as a business owner, I get it. You know, people ask me, what do I charge? There's no one single answer for that, and that will vary depending on where you live. And I'm going to make a separate video about that. All right, so regarding Amazon, now a lot of you can relate to being, you know, banned on Facebook or social media, which I can proudly say I've never been banned on social media because, well, frankly, I don't think that I really come out with anything that inflammatory or that polarizing. I think I can relate to just about everybody. The subscribers and viewers here on this channel, I think we can all agree on just about everything regarding what we do with our family business, our equipment, and I don't talk about, you know, politics. You know, I don't talk about religion, even though I have my political and religious views. I respect yours, regardless of whether we agree on them or not. I respect your opinion to those as another human being. But what happened? Amazon, I got banned from Amazon for, I think, about 4 or 5 days until we got things straightened out. Now, Amazon, they do have Amazon trucks. They have people that actually wear Amazon uniforms. And after COVID last year, people are spending a lot more time at home. And I believe, as such, started ordering a lot more stuff and having a lot more deliveries sent to home as opposed to going out shopping. You know, people were hesitant to go out. So now the Amazon deliveries are skyrocketing. They don't have the manpower to handle it. They don't have the task force in place to handle all those new deliveries. So they start using private contractors, private citizens, people using their own personal vehicles, wearing civilian clothes, no identifiers on them whatsoever that they work for Amazon. What's the difference between looking outside and seeing someone on your porch holding a box or a package that you ordered if they're wearing plain clothes? Well, it's not even that bad. What happened is, at night, no moon, just my landscape lighting, my dog started barking, alerting me to someone outside. And frankly, I thought it was Ethan. He just lives less than a mile from us, and it only takes about 3 minutes on a backcountry road to get from his place to ours. I love having him so close. And I saw headlights shining up into our woods. Now, I can't actually see the driveway from my vantage point in the living room. And I saw headlights shining up in there. So I knew somebody was in my driveway, pointed uphill, and I thought it was Ethan. So I come outside just wearing this. I mean, anytime that you see me, I'm wearing this. You know, I have a few of these fleeces. I got a bunch of these shirts, a bunch of these pants. I wear what looks to be exactly the same thing every day. This is like my uniform. So I go outside and I see a car. Now the headlights, the car's not pointed up. It's trying to do, I mean, it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. He was wedged between my work truck and the house and the walkway. And he's just trying to jockey this thing around. He's like, looked like he was stuck in there. And I come outside now. At this point, I realize that it's not Ethan. I get about halfway down the walkway and I realize it's not him, even though the vehicle was dark in color and was very similar to his Grand Cherokee. And I immediately call out loud enough that a driver in a car with the windows up could hear me. I said, "What in the world are you doing?" No profanity, none of that. And then the passenger window goes down as he's still trying to jockey back and forth. And I realized he had a female passenger. And I could see him in the car now, the driver, the male. And he has one of those LED headlamps on. And it's on. He's trying to jockey back and forth between my truck and the walkway. And this LED headlamp is on in the car at night. For those of you who've been driving for a while, I think you know pretty darn well that you can't have somebody with a flashlight on inside the car at night when you're driving because you can't see. You can't see. That reflects off every single window and you can't see. So I thought this was a little bizarre. The next thing I said was, "You're going to drive on my wife's walkway. My wife's walkway. Don't mess with my wife's walkway. Ever." And he assured me that he had not driven on the walkway. It was pretty dark. I couldn't see. I didn't go out till the following morning to look. Then he informed me that he was there to deliver a package from Amazon. Now, I was expecting a package. I had ordered a product that morning, and it was expected to arrive that night. So I was expecting a package. This is about 8 o'clock at night. This time of year, it's well beyond dark. And once he told me that he was there to deliver an Amazon package, I was like, "Okay, thank you so much. I was really expecting that." We love our drivers. We love our drivers. We love UPS, FedEx, Amazon. We appreciate what you do in bringing us those things that we need. So after that, then I said, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Please be safe out there tonight." You know, I'm like that. I want to make sure that people know that I care about them. And then he mentions about how beautiful our 3 dogs are. And they are. Our Alcons, in my opinion, are the most beautiful, well-mannered dogs in the world. Very protective, but very loyal and very intelligent. If you want me to really, really like you, tell me how much you love my dogs. That's exactly what he did. And it just always makes me feel good to hear someone talk about my dogs like that. It's like, "Oh my gosh, we love your dogs. Thank you so much. Yeah, they're amazing." So they pull out of the driveway and they leave. And I get a call from corporate Amazon that they will no longer be able to deliver to our home because there was a pending investigation because their driver had filed a complaint. I'm not even sure if you would call it a complaint, but basically filed some kind of report that he didn't feel safe delivering to my home. Really? This driver didn't feel safe delivering to my home. Now, they wouldn't elaborate. I had some very specific questions to ask. One of them, of course, being the company policy regarding how employees need to present themselves while they're making deliveries in their personal vehicles. There was no identifiable feature of any kind on the car, on their person. They were not wearing anything denoting that they were Amazon employees. Nothing. And if you follow me personally on social media, if you're connected with me personally, then you probably would have seen this story. And I got some serious razzing. I mean, people say, "Yeah, everybody thinks it's cool to get banned on Facebook, but it is super cool to get banned from Amazon," because I don't know anybody else this has happened to. So I was questioned by Amazon corporate. They said, "Well, the driver said you have a gun." Okay, now listen, I'm a pretty objective person. And it's very possible that he may have seen it. Look at me. this is what I wear. This is where my sidearm is. It's very possible that my jacket may have been up a little bit and it would have been visible. Maybe. It's possible. How he would have seen that, I have no idea. But apparently the driver made it out to be that he was in fear of his safety. I didn't know how to take that, so I carefully articulated to the corporate representative, look, I explained my background. You know, I'm prior military. After 9/11, I worked closely with state and local law enforcement and FBI and Central Intelligence, coordinating operations, gathering intelligence, because there were a lot of things going on inside the continental United States regarding the terrorist threat. This wasn't just something that was happening in Afghanistan. These organizations are all connected all over the world, including many in here. I don't want to scare you or anything like that. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm just telling you how it was at that time. Now, it is 20 years ago. But there were operations going on inside the continental United States. So I said, I'm still prepared. I am always prepared. You guys know me. And to be completely objective, I felt that this man delivering to my address saw me come outside, may have somehow seen my sidearm, and probably would have been able to reasonably conclude that I saw some strange car in my driveway, and I quick went and grabbed my gun and came out to confront him. Now, at no time would I have ever even come near to touching it, because there's only one reason I would have to do that. So I didn't put my hand on it. I didn't put my hand near it, but he saw it. And he must have thought that I went to quick grab it to come out to confront him. It's on my hip. So I explained that I always wear it. In fact, in order for this not to have been a situation, I would have had to have taken it off to come outside. So I think once they looked at it in that perspective, they took another day or two and restored our Amazon Prime account. Yay! Like I said, if you follow me personally on social media, it was like almost like a big party. It's like, yeah, Bradley got his Amazon account back. I had numerous people step up and volunteer to use their address for our deliveries until we got this thing sorted out. So to those of you, I thank you. Now, back to the drone thing. It is so easy to get sidetracked, isn't it? I am sorry. I don't script anything. I script nothing. I know about what I want to talk about, and I just talk about it, and I think I'm able to communicate that in a pretty reasonable and professional manner where I don't really have to edit a whole bunch out. What kind of drone should I get, or should I get, okay, the question. The big question, should I get a drone instead of the KJ520 that seems to be waiting on the actuator kit, and there's no end in sight. Nobody knows when this is going to come in. So the KJ520 with the actuator kit, probably after tax, will be about $6,500, I think. Now, the camera drone will not be nearly that much money. The DJI Mavic Pro 2, now that Amazon has jacked up the price like 40% for just in time for Christmas on purpose, is $4,000. The DJI Mavic 3 has just been released with a lot of really awesome and amazing new features that I'm really excited about. Now, for those that don't know, I have had a pilot's license through the Academy of Model Aeronautics using my dad's old AMA number. I've been into RC stuff since I was a kid, and that was because of my dad. You know, he's an electromechanical aerospace engineer. In other words, a rocket scientist. And he was even building his own airplanes and stuff. He actually had his own pilot's license, had his own airplane, Piper Cherokee 235 for you plane people out there. But anyway, having a drone would allow me to get some really great and dynamic video and shots that I haven't been able to get before. And is that more valuable to me than a new Ventrac attachment? You know, the KJ520 is neat. I don't see that I would use that commercially for a family business, but I would use that, you know, here around the house. And I sold that to my wife in such a way that I would use that primarily to clear her precious walkway off whenever we would get a snow, instead of, you know, scraping across it with my beautiful KX523 snowblower with the deep snow kit. Anyway, leave it in the comments below if you would like to see me get that drone. And if I do get a drone, I'll probably get the DJI Mavic Pro 3, which is pretty awesome. So again, leave it in the comments below. Let me know what you think. And I appreciate you tagging along and coming along for the ride on this hopefully not so boring monologue today. At least you get to see the Ventrac stuff. But in all seriousness, I haven't run the equipment to earn any money since, I would say, close to 2 months. Close to 2 months I have not been on this equipment at all, not even here at home, with one exception. And you can see I still have the power blower on there, and I was using that just cleaning up the yard here at home, and I was still having a pretty rough day. So it all comes down to how much strength I have, what kind of motivation I have, because the less amount of strength I have, the more motivation I need to want to, you know, to really do stuff. You know, I love this equipment. It is super fun to use. And frankly, I do look forward to the spring. Hopefully I will be on the rebound by that time, that the surgery is going to really help me out. But the truth is, they say that this is just one step of many. So again, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. And we'll see you next time.